You're having this morning on zoning politics. But Komu, this is a simple in idea, right? It's strategic. But do you think this is the way to go as a young person active in politics and who's also a political aspirant in Nairobi, the capital city? That is Muhoko, Ruiru sub-county. Where does that leave you as a youth when you hear conversations around zoning and politicians going for, people who they think should lead the party in a particular area?
First of all, good morning, Anne, and the viewers. Secondly, before I jump into the question, is to say hi to my constituents, people of Moihoko, the great people of Moihoko, where I'm vying as an aspirant, an MCA. And I tell them we're here to talk matters governance and politics. Secondly, is to tell my friend over here, it is not the divided opposition, it's the united alternative government. So let's keep that in mind and keep that clear, that on record. Thank you, Anne, for the question. And one thing I will say is that politics have really changed. If you look at some of the elections that we had in 2007, 2013, and 2017. For example, in 2007, we had two major political parties. We didn't have coalitions. We had PNU and ODM. In 2013, we had that was URP and Jubilee, which formed URP and TNA, sorry, which formed the Jubilee coalition. And now the ODM, Wiper, and the other, was it Ford Kenya, that formed the COD. And as we go on, you can see how politics have shifted from partisan or single party politics to now to coalition politics. So my focus mainly would be on coalition. How is the coalition facing or looking at the zoning issue? For example, mostly I'm leaning on to the united alternative government. And on our side, what we are saying is your political party popular? You cannot come to zone some political party that is popular. For example, DCP, where I'm vying with, you cannot come and say that DCP has the muscle, it has the power, it has the muscle at least, it has some few numbers to come out and say, no, these are our numbers. For example, you look at Embakasi, MP Mawathe, I think he was elected on a Wiper ticket. You can wonder why is he the only member of parliament who is elected on a Wiper ticket, because that's where his strength, the Wiper party strength lies on. Most of the people who support the Wiper party, who are mainly the Kambas, are usually there, and so they will support their candidate. So even if ODM maybe and Jubilee got majority of the parliamentarians in, for example, in Nairobi, you could see where they have muscle, where you have muscle as a political party, you are able to stand on to sit on the table with other political parties and negotiate. So even ODM, as they come and claim whatever they're claiming and start saying, let them go and sell their party. That's where I stand at. And even in Nyanza, because I've seen the main issue is West Coast and their political strength. I've seen the issue, they're saying, if I'm not wrong, UDA should stick to their lane, to where they are supposed to lie, and ODM to be allowed to still remain with their political strength, which is Nyanza, Western Coast, where they. But if UDA goes there and is able to tell those people and talk to those people, because remember, political parties, you go and sell your political party. You go and talk to people. If they feel like your ideas is viable at the moment, maybe back then it wasn't. Maybe ODM back then was the main dominant party. But if UDA goes there and sell their agendas, if DCP, if whatever party goes there and people listen to the people who are talking about the other party, what stands in the way of those of that party fielding a candidate there?
Just I mean, that's what Komu. We'll be coming back so that you can just expound on that bit.